Hello everyone, my name is Lindsey. I am a professional psychic medium, and this doesn't really have anything to do with that though. This video is about addiction and specifically the 12-step programs. And let me just start by saying that I was an active heroin and meth IV drug user for over 20 years, and I was put in the AA program when I was 13 in 6th grade before I had ever really even experimented with drugs. And I am, or was, a pure manifestation of the brainwashing that goes on in these 12-step programs. So, and I was shown this in a dream last night, which, like, I know this stuff and I've been hesitating to share about it because it's controversial and people have got shit to say about it, but that's just because they know it's true deep down. These 12-step programs are creating the problem of addiction on this planet. They are, and not to say that this was done maliciously, okay? Consciousness is at a different place than it was in the 50s, whenever the fuck it started. And now that we know what we know, and now that we're awakening, you know, the 12-step program is not the answer to addiction. It's creating the problem of addiction on a personal level, as an individual level, and on a global level. It is re-manifesting the problem of addiction. It is entrapping you in this cycle of addiction, relapse, shame, addiction, relapse, shame. You're stuck in this cycle and brainwashed to think that there is no other way, when that is false. There are as many ways to take care of yourself as there are possibilities in the universe. So don't be manipulated. I'm gonna have to, there'll be a part 2. All right, this is the second part to the talk about the 12-step programs and addiction. Okay, and just to give you a background, I have extensive study with the 12-step program. I mean, extensive. I've done extensive work in that fucking book, okay? And have been involved with the program extensively. And I've been clean off shooting drugs for going on 4 years now, and stay far the fuck away from the 12-step program, because I know the reason I was stuck in addiction for so long, part of it was because of that program. And there's so many things. They say that addiction is a disease, a progressive disease that gets worse the older that you get, okay? Which, when I hear somebody say that to me, my whole insides cringe, because they're just repeating shit that somebody else told them. They're just repeating things that other people have brainwashed them to think and say, completely giving up their power and autonomy to make decisions and to be healthy. And it just furthers my solidification of how destructive the 12-step program on this planet actually is. When you say those things and you believe them, they manifest. They are your reality. Period. You don't have to live in that reality. You don't have to live in the space of, oh, I'm just one step away from fucking up. I'm just one step away from that drink. I'm just one step away from da-da-da. You know, it's like, that is misery. That was misery for me. I felt trapped the whole time I was involved with that program. If you are struggling and you need somebody to talk to, or you need to bounce ideas off of somebody or something, reach out to me. I have tons of experience and I may be able to help you get back to you. Hey, I'm Lindsey. I am a professional psychic medium and I teach psychic development, but I also talk about other spiritual stuff, and I astral travel at night. I've been doing it for a long time, almost my whole life, since I was a teenager. And last night I had a crazy experience that I need to talk about. So, all right. So it was like right before I woke up. It was like getting to the end of my sleep cycle, and there was a snake. It was just a snake. It was brown. It was floating right in front of where I was looking, and it was just hanging out there, like looking at me. And I was like, whoa, like what the? And then, when I looked into his eyes, like at first I was like, should I be scared, you know? And then I looked into his eyes, and he looked like my dog, Ollie. It was this little Maltese that was, if you know me, you know, the relationship that I have with this dog is crazy. He passed in October, but the dog and I are very, very close. Like, he's with me. And so when I looked at the snake, it was Ollie. Okay? So then the snake turns white, like Ollie was. And I'm looking at him like, oh, like, so beautiful. Like, I wanted to cuddle with the snake, but it was apparent that the snake wanted me to open my mouth for it to go in my body. And I was like, no, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do that. Like, I refused. I was like, no. And I was like contemplating it. And then, because I'm in the stance of everything good or bad, whatever the perception, it's all happening for our benefit. So fear is like pointless. So if that's, you know, I truly have all of this trust in the universe, what is holding me back? You know, it was pointing out that there is still fear. There is still non-trust that I'm dealing with. And, you know, that I need to go back and look at. So I have other stuff to share too about other shit that came up in my dreams too, but I'll do it on another video. Thanks for listening. Bye.